Is the Earth warming up? If so, are humans the main cause? Is there something we should do about it? Good questions. Almost everything we hear in the media, hear from our government officials, and see in TV and movies answer yes to all these questions. But what does science really tell us? Is there evidence for or against the theory of global warming and the cause? The answer to this question is definitely yes. My name is Ken McReynolds. I'm a retired architect. I have been a missionary in Uganda, Africa. A February 13th, 2013 article on the Forbes magazine website states, only 36% of geoscientists and engineers believe that humans are creating a global warming crisis, according to a survey reported in the peer-reviewed organization Studies. It continues to explain those who do not believe humans are the cause of any warming do believe nature is in control of our planet, and any recent warming is not a serious problem. The 2006 documentary, An Inconvenient Truth, dramatically blames humans for a radical and imminent global warming problem. That was over 10 years ago. We now have much more data. Instead of feelings, let's look at facts. The Secrets of the Earth Netflix series has an episode about volcanoes. It states that people, through fossil burning, like cars, trucks, coal power plants and such, add 20 billion tons of pollution gases to the atmosphere each year. That's a huge amount. But to put this into perspective, it continues by stating that Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines erupted in 1991, expelling that same amount of pollution into the atmosphere in one day. One volcano in one day did what mankind does in 1 year. There are 1,900 active volcanoes around the world today. The big island of Hawaii's main volcano spews out 2,000 tons per day, every day. That's 730,000 tons per year, from one volcano every year, possibly for thousands of years. Iceland has continually active volcanoes. The small country of Guatemala has 24 volcanoes, many of which remain active. Thus, the evidence shows that the volcanoes over time have a far greater impact on our climate than human-produced pollution in the last century. There are many other factors affecting our weather. The sun is one such factor. The sun goes through a cycle every 11 years of increased flares which send extra radiation at the Earth, causing some warming. As studies say, the sun flares have doubled in the last 100 years, which is having a cumulative effect on the Earth's temperature. This graph from the Australian government Space Weather Services shows an increase in the last 60 years. These flares have nothing to do with our carbon emissions on Earth, but can raise our global temperature. Many scientists believe there have been many ice ages in the past, over millions of years. Those who believe in the Bible and the story of the global flood believe there has been one ice age which has happened after the global flood. In either case, in the past, the Earth cooled enough for at least one ice age. Since then, the Earth has been warming up, global warming. If it had not been, we would still have Canada and upper USA covered with ice. From this longer-term perspective, global warming is good. The image shows climate change in the last 2,000 years. The medieval times were much warmer than today. You can see today a small orange blip on the far right of the picture. Does anyone think that humans caused that greater temperature rise in the medieval age? No. It is thus premature and naive to think so now when we have so little evidence. We need 100 or more years to really see any kind of trend and have a hope of determining the reason. Back to our original questions. Is the Earth warming up? It appears to be, slightly. but we do not have a long enough time period of measurement. If it is warming, are humans a main cause? It does not seem to be the cause. We can certainly do things to take better care of our planet. We can reduce our pollution for our own health and well-being. But this is independent of the possible global warming. It is just a good thing to do. Is there something we should do about it? Yes, as mentioned. The more recycling and the less pollution, the better, regardless of global warming. Looking at the scientific data from many sources, the evidence strongly points away from climate change due to humans burning of fossil fuels. That is not politically correct thing to say, but it is where the evidence points. The Museum of Natural Science and History, when built, will demonstrate from scientific evidence that has been stated here today, but in much, much more detail. Will you help us share this and many other truths? Donate today to see the museum built, to see it become a reality in the next few years. By knowing the truth, by helping to spread it, we each can do our part to a better world for everyone. Please donate to us as you are able, and I thank you.